Welcome to Taotao Tåsi, people of the ocean. Breathe the air, feel the motion. We made it through the storm, our wa'a canoe, each of us, all of you. My storm was about feelings brewing, then releasing them like lava spewing. Feeling mad, bad, and finally accepting that I'm just hella sad. I got real with myself and my family. So just know that you're not alone. Whatever the storm was, is, or may be, someone's out there to guide you like a poor master navigator at sea. Welcome to Taotao Tåsi. Sijus Masi.
Adai, this is Sabu. This is the track called Flame Tree Skyland off of my 2016 project, the Navigator EP.
And like any good Netflix show, you want to start from the beginning. So if you're new to Taotao Tåsi series, thank you. I appreciate you being here. But go start back at part 1 on the beach. This is part 6 in the deep.
I had moments today where I had talked with Mario, spent some time with him.
Who you're hearing is our Poa Master Navigator, Palulere Ragatau, from the traditional Carolinian school of navigation called Wooding. He was referring to a conversation he had with a Chamorro carver and navigator named Senor Mario Borja, who built and sailed the Sakman named Chetlu, currently in Saipan.
A lot of what we were conversing on is always affirmation of the fact that perhaps despite differences in languages and appearance of our canoes, style and applications, we have the same fundamental principles of seafaring. That we may be different branches of the same tree with the same root. The same tree talks to us. In that sense, we are the same.
I agree with Larry. We are the same. His message reminds us that his people from Lamotrek and Mario's people from Guam come from the deepest part of the world, the same part of the world, the Marianas Trench. That's some deep roots. Those are the same roots that are shared underneath every island across the Pacific Ocean.
I mean, if you put 4,000 years of history of the Chamorros and 2,000-year history of the Carolinians, the Chamorros came in much earlier than we did. In that case, you came before me. Your ancestors came before me. And continues into our cultures of respecting the elders, those who came before us. That's the key thing here, is that, we've always had part of our culture has always been that of recognizing those who came before.
It doesn't matter if we're Micronesian, Polynesian, Melanesian. We're one Pacific. We're Pacific Islanders. And we're also like our relatives across the thousands of tribes on Turtle Island. Our deep roots share way more commonalities than they do differences. When I started this Taotao Tåsi journey, I was expecting it to be about me. My learning journey of reconnecting to my navigating ancestry. But it hasn't. What I recently learned from my trip to Phoenix, Arizona last month to celebrate Indigenous People Day 2024 is that this journey has connected me to the land and the original caretakers of it. It's helped me connect to people all over the world, other Indigenous podcasters and storytellers, and people with mixed heritage identity issues just like me. While at that event, I met a group of dope and very talented Native artists. And one of them came up to me and told me that this series inspired her to pick up the paintbrush and create again. Say what? I was speechless. And then there's the posse of the inspired youngsters who live on Navajo Reservation. Their unwavering tenacity to life is what inspires me. Especially on Jared So from the Navajo Nation. Thank you for reminding me of my purpose of doing this. So I dedicate this journey to you, the next generation of changemakers, the first to reclaim our right as the first engineers, the first designers, the first mathematicians, the first doctors, the first everything, the first to graduate college, the first to live their dream, the first to choose life over death. Choose life. And all those people that told you you were meant to be here for a reason, they're right. You know, I lost my grandma at a young age, so I turned to my community and the internet to help educate me and inspire me like a grandma or a nana would. This is Rita Pangolina Nauta from Guampedia.com. I call them my digital nana.
So much, so important. It's how we do. And for all of you to be alive today, you have 150 generations of shoulders that you're standing on, and that you actually have about 4,000 ancestors. You start with your grandma, your grandpa, and their grandmas and grandpas. There's ancestral mathematics is about 4,900 people that came before. Isn't that amazing? So with that, let us start.
We're standing on the shoulders of 4,000 ancestors. They lift us higher. So when it hurts, remember that you have 150 generations of healers to watch over you. And when your shit hits the fans, don't forget, you have 150 generations of collective wisdom to tap into. And when you think you've given it your all and you're at the end of the road, consider that you have 150 generations of war and blood to keep on fighting. Don't give up. Thank you for listening to the Red Rice and fina'denne podcast. It's produced by me, Byrd Castro, Familian Jeji, Zampichu. This was Taotao Tåsi, Part 6, In the Deep. And now, peeping out from the horizon is a flame tree skyline. We're close. Our navigator has led us to Guåhan, and I can see her smiling. And the canoe we sailed on is something I have tons of pride in. But I'll catch you next time on Taotao Tåsi Part 7, On the Island. Si Juice Mase.